What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Check out this cool hoodie Hive Mapper actually sent out to me a couple months ago. I completely forgot I had it, but I wanted to make this video talking to you guys about the possibility of how much you can earn per month with the Hive Mapper. I know this is a question a lot of people have been asking, and I haven't really dove deep into it. Someone actually just commented that I never showed the miles that I drove, so I'm going to show that today, and I'm going to show you guys how much I earned per month. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of factors that will determine whether or not you get the same, whether or not you get more or less than me, so I will talk about those as well. First, before we get started, if you guys are interested in a Hive Mapper device, I'm going to have a link in the description, as well as my code BAGNEL10 for 10% off your order of a Hive Mapper. On top of that, I will be hosting a giveaway, which I'm going to be giving away a Blockstream Jade, some Honey tokens, some Crank tokens, and maybe some more stuff. December 21st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, so if you guys want to come over and check that out, I would greatly appreciate it. But let's get into the actual content here. So I have this all divvied up, and I got all of this information from hivemapper.com/explore/contributors, and I looked up my name. So in order to search this, all you have to do is replace this with your name, which you can find in the app, and it gives you all the stats that you can check out. And all this stuff is public information. I'm not going to hide any information, so you guys can check this out on your own time if you want to see how I'm doing. But over the past 6 months, 7 months since I've had this device, I've earned 34,300 tokens. I really wish I could click this right here, 85 kilometers, to see how much it is over time. Unfortunately, it only goes back to September 18th, 2023. However, I still have all the on-chain data from Solana, so I can see how much honey I earned for each month. And I have all this data here. So I have it all divvied up into each month, and I got rid of so many. I was getting so many spam tokens sent to my Solana address, but here we are. So we have it all. I deleted some of this stuff because this was not relevant for some reason or whatever. I think this was wrong transactions. Anyway, going over to the earnings by month, because I already got it totaled here. With the current price of honey, it's actually closer to 19 cents right now, so it will adjust some of this. I have it all linked up, so it will change. In August, I made about 1,000 USD, which is 970 euros. In September, I made 1,400 USD, which is 1,200 euros. I probably drove the most in August and September. My driving started to slow down in October, November, December, and December obviously hasn't really kicked in yet because I've only got paid for the first week. So it was only 106 honey. I didn't drive like at all because it was finals week. So October, we got 693 pounds, 760 USD, 1,096 in November with 1,000 in euros, and it keeps going. So you guys can read all this information. The total I've earned over the past 5 months is equivalent right now at the current price, which actually, wait, what just happened? It just jumped up a bunch. So we're at 24 cents now. So the total is 46.47. I'm looking at the chart right now. It just went from 19 cents to 25 cents. So we're going to roll with that for the sake of this video. So next, I want to talk about how much I actually earned per kilometer or per mile. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to talk about the miles, but the kilometer data is up here for those that are watching around the world. Now, there's a couple factors that determine how much honey you actually earn, and this isn't a known calculator. You can't actually calculate the exact dollar amount that you're going to earn because it is different around the world for everybody. If you map roads that have already been mapped, for instance, if you look at the Hive Mapper app in your phone and you see there's a lot of pink roads and those are the roads that you're driving, you're most likely going to earn less honey. However, if you are seeing a lot of white roads when you're mapping, you might have to zoom out a little bit for them to actually load in. You have a chance to earn a lot more honey than even I do right now in this video. So keep in mind, all of this stuff is only relevant to me, but it gives you an idea of how much you could earn. I don't drive nearly as much as I used to. When I was commuting to school a couple of years ago, I drove every day about, I think, 20 or 30 miles. So it adds up pretty quickly, and sometimes I would go back and forth more than once a day. So keep that in mind. Now, I really only live about a mile from school, so a lot of this information is pretty small. If I was driving a lot, I would be making so much more honey. That's pretty much how it goes. But the way you can earn more is you can drive down white roads. If you see a neighborhood, go map it, stuff like that. Those are just some instances in which you can earn more honey. So I drove 840 miles in September, and it is equal to $1,400 in USD at the current price of me recording this video. Keep in mind, like everything else, this is subject to change. Currently, it's making $1.69 per mile, which is insane considering I get about maybe 15 miles per gallon, and the cost per fuel right now around me is about $3.40. So in 3 miles, I make all of the money back it costs per gallon. So it's a pretty decent profit right there. For October, 917 miles, $760 in USD, and 83 cents per mile. Didn't drive as much as you can see, and this is proof that I really depends on how much you are able to drive. If you're driving 8 hours a day, whenever the sun's out, you can make an absolute killing, especially if you have a fuel efficient vehicle. Like if you drive a Prius, you'd make an absolute killing. So now a little bit the average I want to talk about. I got this average dollar per mile by taking these two and dividing them by 2. Pretty basic. I only have 2 months of data, and that's not entirely my fault. I probably should have taken better recording of this information, but I can't click on this data and see any more kilometers mapped. Maybe they'll add that feature in the future. I'm not sure. But with these 2 months, I got $1.26 per mile, and the average American drives 1,200 miles per month. Keep in mind, obviously that can be more or less. Some people might drive 3,000 miles a month, and you can earn up to $4,000 a month pretty much just by driving with Hivemapper. So this would be a killer situation if you do deliveries. You can put this in your car. You can make an absolute killing. With all this taken into consideration, you can make $1,500 a month pretty much passive income with your Hivemapper. And that's pretty big because you're basically getting that money for free. You just got to pay the cost of the device. So now you're probably asking yourself, well, how can I get one of these Hivemappers? And the unfortunate thing is they are back ordered until March. So if you order today, they're not going to ship until March. That's a big deal, especially if you see how much people are earning now. You have to make that decision whether or not you want to wait a couple months and see what happens like we did with helium. Who knows if the price will stay the same? It might go up, it might go down. Nobody knows the future. If they did, they'd all be rich. Or you can buy one on eBay. They're selling, I believe the minimum is like $1,400, but you'd make the money back relatively quickly if you're driving a lot. So you got to weigh the options. None of this is financial advice, but if you guys are interested in one of the devices and you want to purchase them from Hivemapper, you want to get them directly from the manufacturer, you have a better chance of everything working, you can use my link in the description and get 10% off. But like I said, it's up to you guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Put them in the comment section below and I'll feel free to help out, as well as join my Discord server. We've been talking hunting pretty much every day, all day. So you guys can join there. We can talk about it there. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great one. Peace out.